Hello and welcome to Destiny Digits. This is the expression number 4 reading. Your expression number talks about the potential that you have. And so if you are a 4, that means you have the potential to be a builder. You're a very dedicated, hardworking, responsible person. People count on you. You don't mind doing like all those tedious or mundane tasks because you understand the value in the small stuff, right? So you're very detail oriented, but you're just reliable, right? And responsible. And so when we're thinking about how you operate in groups of people, whether it's a personal or professional group, you're the person that people can kind of count on and trust to take a task and fulfill it, not only to completion, but, typically to go above and beyond. So the first card we have out is Magic Guardian, Unlock the Magic Within. And so this talks about you essentially coming online, and the magic within would be a spiritual gift, right? So we have this angelic character. And I feel like, in this character's hands, they almost have a smaller set of, let me see before I say that. Oh, okay, I see. So this person is pretty much holding a bowl, and it looks like it has some type of smoke. But I feel like there's a spirit within you. There is something within you. Um, you know, it's a soul. It's you. And when you allow that aspect of you to come out, to come alive, life changes. You change, right? And so there is a magic that you need to realize, recognize, accept, embrace, and begin to apply to life. Okay, fours. Next, we have Water Guardian. It says connect with your emotions. Connect with your emotions. So we will keep pulling, of course, and we'll build into this. But this just talks about being emotionally available, right? So not only being able to give love, but being able to receive love. This is about empathy, compassion. This is really about being in love with life and allowing your space within you to be fluid, never being stuck, right? And so your inside world should flow very much like water, where you're always just kind of going with the flow and living in the experiences in a very wholesome way, right? And so, yes, Spirit is asking you to connect, be fluid, go with the flow. Just kind of embrace all that can come to you and tap into your emotional space. Lastly, we have Air Guardian. Shift your perception. So we have 3 guardians: magic, water, and air, right? And so this talks about our mind, our emotion, and our spirit. So you almost seem, fours, as if you are going through some full body experience where you are really understanding the abilities that you have in many aspects of self. At the bottom of that deck, we have Animal Guardian, another guardian. Trust your instincts. Right? So you have guardians, you have angels, you have spirits, you have access, to assistance beyond the veil, but all the access that you can tap into with those spiritual relationships reveal powers that you possess, right? And so when you think about having a spiritual connection, when you think about tapping into the divine and really understanding your assignment, that is what is happening right now. We have learning. You are going through a period of learning. I think you are learning about what's inside of you. You're learning to unlock the magic within. This is amazing. Every one of these cards is a guardian, which talks about you being protected, you possessing something that is sacred, right? We have dreams here. And so I am going to read this card in just a moment. But this talks about being able to, and I think that's why your emotions are important, because when you dream, when you're creating something, you have to do it from your heart. You have to be in love with the idea, with the experience. You have to feel it in order for the dream to become a reality. It has to taste real, smell real, and so you have to apply your heart to all aspects of the things that you desire. To make the experience become vivid. That's what brings it closer. And then lastly, we have clarity. Shift your perception. And so, yes, this is about you learning. You're learning about self. We'll tap more into dreams. Clarity is about getting clear, but also being clear, right? So, speaking your truth, living in your truth, operating from a place of authenticity, really using our past experiences to reveal to us what's for us, what's not for us, who's fitting for our life, who should we remove, things like that. So, Spirit is wanting you to see things from a higher perspective, but clarity is important for that. So in the end, this is about trusting your instincts, right? You have, the animal guardian talks about maybe you are visited by different animals or you see odd things in nature that could be messages, but just like animals are connected with the earth, and they vibrate at a different level. They understand when to migrate, they understand when to burrow, they can feel the storms. It's those instincts that allow them to exist fluidly, right? They never resist nature. They always go with it, not against it. Now, us humans are very different, but you have that same instinctual ability in you where you can tap in and really read things differently in this life, right? That is something that you possess. You have this potential. And so this is amazing. We have rites of passage. So these are a lot of powerful. This is big. I'm going to finish pulling tarot, and then we'll kind of tap into the. Hold on, I'm being called to read dreams. Let's just read dreams, and then I'll pull tarot before we get too far removed from it. Sorry, sometimes it takes me a while to find it. Sometimes I'm fast. Not this time. Give me a second. Found it. Okay. So, dreams. Herkimer Diamond. It says, this card has shown up for you today as a sign to pay a little more attention to your dreams. Dreams allow you to release and let go of old, stale emotions and thoughts while you sleep. You also receive messages, signs, and symbols that bring insight and healing to your life. The Devas are encouraging you to intuitively discover the meanings of your own dreams and open to the wisdom and healing that they share. Dreams are interpreted in a variety of ways by different people. However, the most powerful way is to unlock your own personal meaning. The Crystal Devas are offering healing to you while you sleep and bringing powerful messages through your dream state. It may be wise to keep a journal to record your insights, dreams, and inspirations. This card could also indicate that it's time to put more focus on your own dreams and goals and begin to bring them into fruition as you pursue them with a renewed passion. Okay, so when we're talking about dreams, we're talking about two meanings of this. We're talking about you being in your sleep state, your dreams actually being prominent and meaningful, and them possessing signs, symbols, and things that you need. So keep a journal. If you don't have a journal, keep a broken pencil and an index card by your bed. Like, it doesn't have to be fancy or overdone. It could be a Post-it. But keep something somewhere close to you so that when you wake up, the first thing you do is review and reflect what you've just went through while sleeping, right? Sometimes it does feel like a real experience. So write those things down because they hold truths to you, inspirations. Now, it is what happens in your sleeping dream that will affect your waking dream. So this is a time for you to connect both realms, all aspects of self, and really level up in this life, right? This is big. This is big. And what I do want to talk about is removing and releasing yourself from experiences, emotions, people, places, and things that stopped you from trusting self, right? So overall, this is about you trusting you. And any emotions and experiences that are still stuck inside of you that are blocking you from freeing yourself and opening up to your full potential, that's what needs to be removed. So when we're talking about connecting with your emotions, it's because they need to be moving and fluid to push out the old and bring in the new, right? This is awesome. And so clarity is coming to you. So what can you expect from your dreams? You are going to be coming clear about something. We have rites of passage. So everything that we go through in life is important. It's a part of our journey. And so, when we come to earth, we choose our family, we choose our ancestral lineage because we have a contribution to give, but we also have something to learn and to take, right? And so when we pick our families, we pick the good and the bad. We pick the good and the bad. Now, in your sense, this rites of passage is just saying everything that you've gone through is a part of a history, a story that you're telling that involves many others, right? And so sometimes you have to endure things, but it's just an honor to complete this journey in this story. But you have access, to gifts, to powers, and to spirits on the other side that are here to help you. And so clarity is coming to you, but this is a period of learning something new. I definitely think you're learning something new about yourself. And so when we learn that we are not always who we thought we were, when we learn our preferences, when we learn our desires, when we learn our power and our potential, it really changes how we build in this life. And so fours, you are builders, but I feel like you have just gotten a whole new set of tools, right? And so you are like, now what can I build with these? And so this is almost a leveling up. In the center of the tarot, we have the Two of Wands. And so this is about a planning phase, right? You are inspired. You have this passion. You have this vision. And there's something that you want to see in your life, something that you want to engage in. And so overall, that is the space that you could possibly be in. And so Spirit is saying, as you plan for what's to come, as you envision, as you, make your checklist, connect with your emotions, make sure that whatever you are bringing about in your life is related to your soul, your journey, your truth. Make sure that it is you through and through. And so this is about really being your authentic self. We have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is like a potential of the potential of something that you may love or enjoy. It's like a flutter, a spark. It could be flirting. But I feel like, when we're talking about trusting our instincts, sometimes we get those nudges that we should pursue something, we should plan for something, we should move in a certain direction. And Spirit is saying, you may have gotten something that sparked your heart in some kind of way that has a promise of being emotionally fulfilling to you. It's in the beginning stages. You are required to plan, but trust your instincts. If this is something you want to pursue, then trust it. Go deeper. Right. And you're going to know if it's for you if you are emotionally invested. We have the Queen of Cups, and this is the energy of someone who has mastered knowing when their heart is guiding and pulling them in a certain direction. Right. So this is about intuition. So think about the dreams that you have at night. Have you had any dreams that have really stuck with you? In your waking dreams, what are you inspired to do? If you could live any life and do anything at this moment right now, what would that be? What would it look like? What would it feel like? If there were no obstacles, what would this space, this life, this existence here now on earth be for you? And so your emotions and your heart is what guides you to those answers. And this is the space you're in. You're learning to trust your heart, but you're also learning to develop it and to allow it to be your teacher. And so as you make this plan, you making this plan is because you are responding to judgment. We have judgment above this Two of Wands, and judgment is about answering a call, a second chance, a rebirth, a new an opportunity that has come in. So an experience has played out, and based on how you performed in this experience, a judgment has been called in your favor, and now you can rise and attempt to, not really redeem self, but just have another go at something. And so, as you make this plan, you are making it from this realization that you have a power within. You possess something. And that's the magic guardian. That's the message that they are giving you. This judgment is a gift you've been giving, and you can now use it as you move forward in what's to come for you, right? So, in the past, you were not able to access this power within, but now you are, right? We have the Ace of Pentacles. So this gives you promise. This is something that can bring you potential. This is a seed. This magic, when you use it and you use your gifts and your abilities to their full potential, it can help you to grow. It can lead to some type of security or abundance. And as a 4, you're all about security and responsibility. And so this is about you answering a call, really applying yourself and understanding that an Ace of Pentacle is coming to you when you trust your instincts and follow your heart, when you pursue and plan for you first, right? And when you live authentically and live by your truths, plan for them, build a life around them, life responds to you. So at the bottom of the tarot deck, we had the 7 of Pentacles, and this talks about protecting something, defending something, standing your ground. And so because Spirit is telling you that you have to trust your instincts, even if this is something new for you, even if it's something that you're not used to doing, it's something that you definitely have the ability to do. You actually have a lot of abilities that you may not have been using, but now is the time. And so when you begin to walk in the newness of you and follow, your own rhythm, Spirit responds and meets you. And so there's an Ace of Pentacle that comes to you. Spirit is just saying, you have something that's worth protecting. So even if people don't agree or understand with why you're doing what you're doing, why you're moving the way you're moving, Spirit is just saying that this is about you connecting to the depths of you. And so sometimes the outer world may not understand. We have learning here. And so obviously you're learning about self in many different ways, but we have the 5 of Pentacles. And so I feel like this is a journey that you may have to take in conditions that feel harsh because you could be walking them alone. So the 5 of Pentacles talks about being left out in the cold. It talks about, kind of going through a period of lack or struggle. Maybe you don't know where you're going, you don't know have enough, but just as like this is about shift. 5s are about change, transition, freeing. And so you're freeing yourself from one space and you're moving into the other once you get through this judgment. When judgment comes, you have the ability to make some type of change. But I think Spirit is saying it may not be comfortable. At times you may question whether or not you are secure and stable as you go through this. But the way that you look at security and stability has to change, right? It has to change. And so you are learning something. The 5 of Cups, sorry, not Cups. The 5 of Pentacles also talks about having somebody that you can count on, rely on when times are tough. Because there's not one person walking out in the cold. There are 2. So maybe you have somebody, that you can count on. Maybe you're learning, how to walk in tough times, what you can rely on, where your security is when things seem lack. But nonetheless, you are learning because you don't yet have this information, right? So be forgiving with yourself as you go through uncomfortable times, as you go through transitions. You may feel like you don't have your footing, you're not sure where you're going or how to go. So be gentle with yourself, right? But as long as you follow your heart, even if it feels like you're moving to places of lack or you're not going to have what you need, I feel like that's where you have to intuitively tap in to all the potentials that you have. Now, I will say this. So beneath the 2 of Wands, which is our overall energy of making this plan and using our emotions to guide us, we have the 2 of Cups. And so this talks about 2 of Cups is, a meeting of the hearts. This is a union, a partnership. This is, where 2 energies are coming together to create something. One is standing in water and one is standing on land. And so this is about duality. And so this could talk about soulmates, but but anyway, it's the bridging of two energies, right? In order to bring balance and harmony. And so that is what is you had to go through this two of cups to get to this two of wands. And so what is your perception about relationships? What's your perception about love and partnerships, and what do you currently believe? What has your experience been when you think of union with others, you know? And I feel like you had to gain clarity about your own heart by going through experiences with others. And so there is some type of significant relationship that is a part of your emotions. It could be blocking your emotions, which stops you from being able to use your full heart to make plans. So I feel like this is about revisiting and gaining clarity on a situation where you totally invested your heart. We have the Knight of Wands here. You know, nights are about pursuing things that we are passionate about. This is about not being afraid to fight for what we love, for what we are inspired to do. And so the bottom row talks about you gaining clarity, right? So I feel like, in the past, maybe the way we approached love was, or maybe love felt more like a fight, a battle, war. Maybe it didn't feel like it was graceful. Maybe our emotions were, kind of all over the place, right? I feel like you were being groomed through relationships to get your heart to a certain space. But again, there's something significant about approaching love. So in the past, the energy of the Knight of Wands is moving in one direction, but once we have this perception shift of love and we gain clarity about what we want, what we desire, we move into the energy of the Knight of Cups, which is very different from the Knight of Wands, but we're still talking about our heart space. And so the Knight of Cups is soft and gentle, but it also can be fiery. It could be sweeping off your feet. It could be, it's like that knight in shining armor, but it's something that just woos you. And so where love may have felt rough before, or love may have felt like a challenge or a struggle at times, and you had to force things, I think that was the rite of passage. I think we have to go through the tough things to kind of refine us. But now our perception has shifted. As we understand who we are, we now can look at situations because we have different ability. We're understanding things about ourselves. And so you are gaining clarity about a situation where your heart was involved, the approach you made, the approach the other made, and the outcome. Where did that situation take you? How did it impact you as you move forward and attempt to grow in life? I do want to read the clarity card. We're kind of at the end, but I found it fast. It's meant to be. It says, you have called this powerful card into your existence today to share with you that the essence of clarity is now upon you. When you attain clarity, you get to see things exactly how they are with no confusion or delusion. Clarity can bring many blessings, allowing you to see deeply into situations and experiences and receive direction, wisdom, and knowledge. If you've been feeling a sense of confusion and have not been able to see through the fog of the mind, know that this time is coming to an end and clarity is here. Tanzanite is shining its medicine into your third eye. Open and receive this powerful energy. Feel it opening your chakra and bathing you in its essence of clarity. It is time to see clearly into situations that you may have been clouding your judgment as you connect deeply with your own intuition and guidance. And that's really the message in the reading, about you connecting and trusting in you when you are in situations. The time of confusion is over, and the divas are shining the violet light of Tanzanite your way, illuminating your path so you can see clearly again. And so you're in the energy of planning, but you are planning from clarity. You had to gain clarity in a situation that somehow confused you, but the rite of passage says that it was necessary because it was something you had to learn. You had to gain a different perception and perspective. And so You almost had to lose vision in order to gain vision. And it is this new vision that has put you in the overall space of this Two of Wands, of making a plan and protecting your focus and your energy as you move forward. It says, ask that the light transmutes all your confusion and mind clutter. Feel it moving out of your aura, leaving you feeling radiant, cleansed, and clear, and enjoy the clarity that is now manifesting in your life. And so, if you are not yet sure about where you are moving to, that's the work that you do that brings you to this place of being able to connect to your dreams, connect to your emotions, trusting your instincts, planning for what is to come. And what is to come is a phase of learning and understanding. And what are you learning and understanding? You're learning how to work and build your spiritual connection because you have something within you that is valuable, that's promising. You have to grow it and nurture it. And you have to be willing to take this journey, this path. You have to be willing to go through some discomfort, but realize it's definitely for your gain, right? You only are not going to know something until you know it, right? So it's just about you taking that journey of discovery. All right, fours, I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.